looking down from a tree, eyes glowing in the night, looking mean and staring at me. I'll give you all the room that you need. Possum in a tree. Never mind the one-way road. You'll go any way you want to go. You'll never see me standing in your way. And if you start walking, I will make you stay. You look so creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree. see me standing in your way. And if you start walking, I'll make you stay. You look so creepy cool to me. Possum in a tree.
Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Bob's Barn and Santa and Mrs. Claus show today. They're going to be here next year too, the 21st of December. Let's see, next week. Okay, I don't know if you guys are aware of it, but Wednesday's Christmas. You probably some of you forgot about that.
Ho, ho, ho.
Next Sunday will be Jonata's family. I believe they're from Zealand. They're going to be here. Good harmony. You're not going to want to miss that. And then the following Wednesday, don't want to forget about our 10th annual New Year's Day neighborhood jam and eat. And we're going to eat at 1 o'clock, get the jam going by 2, and you'll all be out of here by 5. So don't forget that. That's New Year's Day, not Eve. Don't get that confused. Let's see. Over on my right, there's a donation guitar. Got a big hole in the center of it there. Anybody wants to put some money in there? Usually people put $400 or $500 in there. Yeah. And it's pretty hard to drag out. But we appreciate any of the help that you guys can give us. Keep this thing going. Glad you all are here. If you haven't used the restroom here before, go out that red door you came in, go up that green ramp, through that heavy glass door, the lookout room, there's a restroom on the right. Another one down the hall on your left, just keep making a bunch of lefts, you'll find it. Let's see, I think that's all I'm supposed to say. Why don't you give Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus a nice round of welcome.
Thank you, Lake Odessa and Bob's Barn. We appreciate Bob and Linda for having us.
I'm the official sentry of the island of misfit toys.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm a-telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. I'm making a list, I'm checking it twice. I'm gonna find out who's been naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. I see you when you're sleeping, I know when you're awake. I know if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm a-telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. With little tin horns and little toy drums, with Rudy Toot Toots and a rummy tum tums. Santa Claus is coming to town. And curly-haired dolls that toddle and coo, elephants, boats, and kitty cars too. Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids in girl and boy land will have a jubilee. They're going to build a toyland all around the Christmas tree. So you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is coming to town. This is one that most of the Christmas songs you hear on the radio, Santa co-wrote with the original writers, like Irving Berlin. I kind of knocked heads with Bing Crosby on how to sing White Christmas. I was pretty happy with what he did in the end. But I've written songs by myself, too, and this is one. And it reminds us that giving is a gift as much as receiving. So it's called The Gift. There was snow on the ground and there were lights. There were carolers singing every night, sharing the wonderful gift that was given to me. The gift is giving. The gift is giving a gift out. The gift in me. All the people around me shovel snow. They're making a path where they'll go to the gathering in the town square to receive the gift in giving, the gift in giving, a gift out, the gift in we. For those less fortunate, lift them high. Give them the way in the sky. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. The gift is giving. The gift is giving. A gift out, the gift in me. The gift is giving. The gift is giving. A gift out, the gift in time for some fun. Me and Mrs. Claus had a real good time getting here. This was a lot easier than when we were going to Muskegon just about 3 or 4 days ago. That was a little testy. Santa Claus is coming, did you ever wonder why? He gives all those presents to such mean little guys. They're doing lots of stuff they had not ought to do. Back on the naughty list when Christmas time is through. Makes you kinda wonder, why would Santa come at all? Brother puts a stamp on his little sister's head to mail her back to God and get another one instead. He won't pick up his room or change his socks, turning them into stinky things until they're hard as rocks. Kinda makes you wonder, why would Santa come at all? She locked herself in the bathroom to play with mommy's stuff, smearing makeup on the walls, then ketchup on the dog, and putting Kitty in the toilet to give it a bubble bath. After some frustration, mommy just stood there and laughed. Kinda makes you wonder, why would Santa come at all? They were looking in the closets, they were looking on the shelves for any hint of presents from Santa or his elves. They left him milk and a box of cookies for Santa by the tree. At least they left him 3. Early next December, the reality sets in. They had better start behaving and write their Christmas list to him. Now it all gets serious. Santa has to come. Since they're older and wiser, they won't act so dumb. Makes you kinda wonder, why would Santa come at all? Then comes Christmas morning, there's much under the tree. Santa is forgiving like he asked Mom and Dad to be. He believes in them and they believe in him. Just try harder to cheer, to always forgive. Makes you understand why Santa Claus loves you all. Ho! 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 Thank you. Are we having fun? Yes, we are. We're having lots of fun, aren't we, Mrs. Claus?
Yes, we are.
You know what? I got to tell you a little story. It's called the Candy Cane Conundrum. And, Santa, at some of his appearances, hand out candy canes. Or you know where I'm going with this, don't you, Mrs. Claus? Mm-hmm. You know only all too well. Mm-hmm. Well, what happens is there's candy canes, and we have them just for the kids, especially the little kids. And I tell Mrs. Claus, and we've made an agreement that she can only eat broken candy canes. That way the unbroken ones are for the children. And I'm at an event, and I don't see any broken candy canes, but Mrs. Claus is really jonesing for a candy cane. And Bob, guess what she did? No, I didn't. I don't know for sure, but I heard a snap behind my back. Snap! And I look, and Mrs. Claus says, I found a broken candy cane. I guess I got to eat it. And I said, well, go right ahead. What's a Santa to do? Now, I have another little story for you. Do you know the meaning of the candy cane? A lot of people don't. I tell children this one all the time. Candy cane is a shepherd's hook. This is why candy canes were invented. They weren't shaped the way they were for any other reasons than this. And they put a lot of thought into the design of a candy cane. Now, shepherd's hook is used to turn a lamb over, because when a lamb gets on its back, it can be pretty bad for a lamb. So shepherds always had shepherd hooks so they could right the lamb to standing strong on its own. This is kind of symbolic this time of year. Well, the shepherd's hook is also, if you look, the candy cane has white on it, which is white as the bright light of Jesus. And then by his stripes we are healed. You see the stripes going through the candy cane. You turn the candy cane upside down and look at it differently, and it's a J for Jesus Christ. Now, this is all thought out by the candy makers. This isn't a coincidence. And it's as hard rock. It's hard as solid rock. Build your life on the rock of the Lord. So there's a lot of meanings behind the candy cane. But I just thought I'd like to share that with you because most people don't seem to know that.
He brought everything back, all the food for the feast. And he himself, the Grinch, carved the roast beast.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and that Happy New Year. We all like our figgy pudding. We all like our figgy pudding. We all like our figgy pudding with all its good cheer. And we won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it out here. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you. Mrs. Claus, are you having fun?
I am.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I met Mrs. Claus on a hayride, but the hayride was on a sleigh. And you know what? She liked sleighs. And I would take her home, and what I do is Santa would date her properly, court and spark type loving. And I would take her out for what we call a dream date. And I would plan to take her to our favorite eating hole. And back then it was like a great big pub. And we don't drink, so we'd have smart eggnogs, a little salad, and a nice Christmas meal. And the way she said thank you was with love eyes. Give me love eyes. Oh. Pitter patter, pitter patter. And guess what? She said yes when I proposed to her. But it was only because I have seatbelts in my sleigh. Santa's sleigh has seatbelts. Many people don't think about it. Because when I go upside down, I don't want to fall out. See, it's only the reindeer that fly. They pull the sleigh, and the sleigh has a little power to fly. And that's because of the red and green northern light crystals that land on them and make them have their abilities. But I don't have that ability. I have to seatbelt myself in. So I always seatbelt Mrs. Claus in, and it gives me a good opportunity to kiss her on the cheek and get that big old smile.
I tell you, you're looking at a mighty humble bumble.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney with lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't know? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. First comes the stocking of little Nell. Oh, dear Santa, fill it well. Give her a dolly that laughs and cries, one that can open and shut her eyes. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Look in the stocking of little little bill. Oh, just see what a glorious fill. Here is a hammer and lots of tacks, a whistle and a ball and a whip that cracks. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down through the chimney with good Saint Nick. Now we updated this version for today. Sarah has much under the tree, an easy bake oven and many books to read. Her first Barbie jewelry too, pink fuzzy slippers and some peeps to chew. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down to the chimney with good Saint Nick. Under the tree for little Ned, a box of Legos and a plastic sled, a Hot Wheels track and video stuff. Oh dear Santa, that's enough. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Up on the housetop, click, 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 down to the chimney with good Saint Nick. Well, St. Nicholas was born in what was now Turkey, which was Asia Minor, in about the year 225, and he began his ministry. And as St. Nicholas, who was there at the meeting in Nicaea, where they designated the deity of Christ, they were going to vote against it. Actually, St. Nick got a little mad and actually had to belt one of the guys to get him to keep the Trinity alive. And to St. Nick's credit, that's why we believe what we believe today and what everything the Bible says, because it was biblically the Lord wrote it through men. So I'm excited to say that I have a lot of gratitude. And he got the gift-getting bug to help children. And this is documented too. And if you read your history on him, there were children, poor families, and he was a wealthy kid. He got born into extreme wealth, and his parents died when he was real little, and he inherited all their money. So he decided what to do with his monies to help children, because children, especially little girls, were sold into slavery if they didn't have a dowry. And so Santa began his gift giving by giving money to little girls to keep them from, and buying them dowries so they wouldn't be put into slavery. So that's kind of just the most beautiful thing about gift giving, is you can lift people up with it. And we don't want to forget this time of year what a blessing. And Santa Claus comes from Sinterklaas, which is Dutch, which translates to Santa Claus or St. Nicholas. So that's the truth behind me, and I've been around a long time. Mrs. Claus loves chocolate chip cookies. We're just saying this so the kids know, the kids out there. She likes chocolate chip cookies. Santa, on the other hand, is on a diet. I had to get off of the candy. Well, you know where I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. I had to get off of chocolate chip cookies, and I got on what's called the Scarsdale Oreo cookie diet. And what it is I can have all the Oreo cookies I want and milk. So I'm pretty happy about that. That's my favorite diet, I think. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. That old rugged cross, so despised by the world, has a wondrous attraction for me. For the dear Lamb of God left his glory above to bear it on dark Calvary. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. It's the old rugged cross stained with blood so divine, a wondrous beauty I see. For the dear Lamb of God left his glory above to pardon and sanctify me. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. To the old rugged cross I will ever be true, its shame and reproach gladly bear. Then he'll call me someday to that home far away, where his glory forever I'll share. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Thank you. You're so kind. And all you older kids in here, Santa and Mrs. Claus kind of remember you when you were little. You were a little bit of a handful, bud. You turned out good, though. And she was, well, she had hope. And there was hope for her. So we're real happy with her.
All aboard! This is the Polar Express.
Well, it says here, no photo with the department store Santa this year. No letter to Santa. And you made your sister put up the milk and cookies. Mm-hmm. Sounds to me like this is your crucial year. If I were you, I would think about climbing on board.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. I met a man who lived in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, isn't that true? 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home sweet home. One more time. I met a man who lived in Lake Odessa, and he was headed for Muskegon and some homemade pumpkin pie. From Lake Odessa, folks are traveling down to Dixie's sunny shore. From Atlantic to Grand Rapids, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays. 'Cause no matter how far away you roam, when you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, from the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. For the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. Oh, and the hits just keep coming. How many of you people like the old classic Christmas songs? Well, you know, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You got spiders in your coffee, you got earthworms in your meal. Mr. Grinch, you're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. No, actually you're kind of nice. But we'll let that slide. We won't put coal in your stocking quite yet for that. Now, watching the clock, we're having fun. We're doing okay, aren't we, Mrs. Claus?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you have any candy canes today?
I don't think I did.
Snap!
Maybe
Listen for the snap, kids.
Tonight.
Well, back in the early 60s, me and my little buddy, my young man buddy, Roger Miller, we were working on a song together. And he came up with a finger snap and a few chords. And I said, this really needs to be a Christmas song. And he says, no, I think I want it to be about a traveling, wandering hobo kind of a guy. And I said, but, you know, if a room is to let 50 cents, by the time we hit the year 2021, rooms are going to let maybe $185, especially after COVID. So he says, well, I'm just going to put this out anyway. Well, my version with my lyrics turned out better because it's timeless. Presents for kids and tots, and one night making millions of stops. All the milk and cookies that I can eat can still fit down your chimney. On a Christmas Eve I take off and go with a bag of toys in the rain or snow. I'm a jolly old elf who loves to deliver. I'm king of the sleigh with red suit and candy canes. Destination Santa Claus Lane. Reindeers over your head. No gifts till you go to bed. I eat all cookies that touch my lips. So deck your halls with chocolate chips. I'm a jolly old elf who loves to deliver. I'm king of the sleigh. I know every child on every street, all of the stores and all of their treats, and every Christmas tree in every town. If you're naughty or nice, I still sing this song, delivering presents from dusk till dawn. Seen decorations on the lawns. Snowstorms, they can't stop me. Old Jack Frost, he lets us be. And when done, the reins I pull, and we fly back up to the North Pole. I'm a jolly old elf, who loves to deliver, because I'm king of the sleigh. I'm king of the sleigh, yes I am. I'm king of the sleigh. Ho, ho, ho. presents for kids and tots. Oh yeah. Remember carrots and apples for my reindeer and an occasional candy cane. I'm king of the sleigh.
No chocolate chip cookies.
What did you say about chocolate
I
chip?
said no chocolate chip cookies, though. You said you were going to have chocolate chip cookies.
Well, you know what? I wrote it in 1962.
Oh, okay.
Please forgive me. I had a lot of chocolate chip cookies in my life. Oh, look at this thing listens in on me. I think this is like Alexa. Don't trust Alexa. She's a cad. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Sing choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Yes, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee be the glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh appearing. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Thank you. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. Every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry, 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 Merry Christmas to you. Thank you. There's this big debate, and you've heard it before. I think they're playing Christmas music way too early. It's not even Thanksgiving. It's not even over yet, and I gotta hear, the last Christmas song by George Michael, and what has he got to do with Christmas? I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And you know what I say? The radio stations, the popular radio stations across the United States, beat you over the head with Taylor Swift and that same old country music playlist 20 times a day, 7 days a week, all year long. They could at least give Christmas a month or two out of the year. And so that's my answer to that. And that's the truth, really. And you've been a good boy this year.
Oh, sort of.
Well, you still don't get the Maserati. I'm sorry. That's a spiritual gift. We talked about it. Santa don't bring people back from the dead. He don't deliver pets. Not with the parent, without any parent input at all. But definitely the Maserati's just a little bit too big and heavy to fit on Santa's sleigh, you know.
Didn't I ever tell you about Bumbles? Bumbles bounce!
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But you recall the most famous reindeer of all. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph play in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you bring my sleigh tonight? Then all the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, skibidi-bidoo. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, dibba-dibba-doo. I'm strong to the finish, 'cause I eats me spinach. I'm Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. You'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Ho, ho, ho.
That's just how Taylor done it, though.
Yeah, you know, is Taylor really Swift? Yeah. Sounds like something you'd eat made by Little Debbie Cakes. Have a Swiftie for Christmas. Well, no thank you. Too sweet. Too much saccharin. You know, they did a thing on TV the other day, and we get the TV up at the North Pole. They actually asked and shown an expert on pitch correction, and Taylor Swift and Kelly Clarkson have the most pitch correction of any artist. In other words, they rig the computer to get them to sing perfect, especially in concert, because they're all out of breath for gyrating. They don't have time to. I often wondered when I we'd see some kind of, I don't watch them, but we'd be flipping through the channel and you'd see Britney Spears going, baby, baby, and it wouldn't even match your mouth. It's kind of like that Billy Manilli thing or whatever they're called. Who cares? They weren't having the Christmas spirit. Christmas spirits means things like you love, like dogs and animals and fish and deer hunting and deer saving and squirrel catching so you can plant a black squirrel in Grand Rapids. So, I don't know. Don't get me going on a tangent. Bob and I were talking earlier, and there's some things that we just leave alone. Maybe black squirrels we'll leave alone, leave them here. Up at the North Pole, we don't have any black squirrels. We have polar bear squirrels, and they're pretty big. But we do have dogs. And you all have Christmas trees, right? Most of you, probably. Or you used to have them. Back when you were allowed to have them, but nobody has one in their house now, I'd say they're a bit of a Scrooge. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll tell you one thing about dogs up at the North Pole. We have several. And we have plenty of Christmas trees in our Christmas area where we get our biggest Christmas tree for the Christmasville town square. And they're dogs, and dogs do what dogs do. And so this is written by the perspective of one of our dogs, Brutus. And he's a big old St. Bernard. And he'll go by a tree and he'll go to lift his leg, and this is what he sings. I'm not like other dogs you've met. Oh, teach me something and I won't forget why I was brought up to know the one place where I shouldn't go. I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree is safe from me. Oh, what would Santa think of me if I did it on a Christmas tree? I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. That's one thing you'll never see. Oh, you'll just have to trust in me. I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. I'll soak an oak, I'll splash an ash, I'll do it on a peach or cherry. But if I'd sprinkle on a spruce, Christmas won't be merry. I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. Oh, what would Santa think of me? I'll hold it to eternity. I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. I'll never, 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 never do it on a Christmas tree. Now some dogs just don't seem to care. They'll sniff and do their business anywhere. But I think it should be a crime to do it on a pretty pine. I'll never do it on a Christmas tree. A Christmas tree is safe from me. Oh, what would Santa think of me if I did it on a Christmas tree? I'll never, 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 never do it on a Christmas tree. No way. Thank you. We go up, Sarah. It's Mrs. Claus. She doesn't know how I keep track of everything. It's because I got a shoulder to lean on. Right, Don? I want you all to give Don a round of applause. He's the one that does the sound all the time, every week for you guys. So please give him a round of applause. We all know him, we love him, he's the man with the headphones, and he's the man with a plan. Santa loves anybody that's got a plan.
my life I've wondered something, and now's my chance to find out. I'm going to find the answer to a question that's puzzled the world for centuries. Does Santa Claus sleep with his whiskers outside or in?
Always sleeping them out. Cold air makes them grow.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought me some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. If you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. And the fire is slowly dying. My dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you loved me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Thank you. You're such a good audience, and I've gotten a lot of good applause and kind words from all of you. I got to visit a Christmas snow queen earlier with the prettiest pink glasses you ever did see. And Mrs. Claus had a long talk with her, and I think they talked about broken candy canes. I'm not sure, did they? How did candy canes get broken, Mrs. Claus? How did they get broken? They sure break a lot around you. And now, where did all the chocolate chips go? I'm not supposed to eat them, but where do they go?
I don't know.
The reindeer eat them?
Maybe.
Maybe the reindeer. I don't know. This is something I have to take back to my main elf, Ernie. We have two main elves, Ernie, and he's a guy, and he's really happy, and Stacy, which is a girl who is just giggly and wonderful. She's the snow queen, too. It was a time full of wonder. It was a world full of fun. We had to behave so that Santa would come. Dad drove us out to the tree farm, and we picked out a tree. Mom got out all the boxes full of the decorations to be. Our tree stood like a beacon, lit up with sparkling trim, so Santa would know we were waiting on him. Around the piano, singing hymns in the Lord's name. No matter what the troubles, Santa always came. We went into town with just a few bucks for our gifts. At the Sparta, Ben Franklin, the streets were all lit. The floors were wooden and creaked as we shopped around for the 100th tie for my dad and more perfume for my mom. She wore every bit. Looking at toys in the Sears catalog, dreaming bigger than budgets, whittling Christmas lists down, giving our parents the lists we revised every day, loving the seasons, Santa always came. As Christmas Eve came, we sat around the tree, Mom and Dad looked so tired, waiting for us kids to go to sleep. We tossed and we turned, and we got sent back to bed. The house got so quiet and still as the night came to an end. We wound up downstairs long before the sun would come up. The tree surrounded by Santa's presents and stockings full of stuff. Our parents would come out like they'd never gotten away. Happy kids in a pile of boxes, torn wrappings. Santa always came, living the seasons. Santa always came. Thank you. We are very happy. We have after we leave here today, me and Mrs. Claus are going to go to a restaurant where we're taking pictures with all the workers at the 76th Street Diner. It's a yearly thing we do after we play here. And again, we're getting down towards the last couple songs. And I'd like you to all give applause to Bob and Linda for giving us a place to have fellowship together. And they sure work real hard to put this out for you. And I'm sure they don't make all that much. They give probably way more than they make. So hats off to you guys. And what a blessing you've been. Christmas time is here. Happiness and cheer. Fun for all that children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air. Carols everywhere. Olden times and ancient rhymes of love and dreams to share. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here, we'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the year. Thank you. It's a second fret song. You know what a fret is? Does anybody know what a fret is? You know what a fret is. Not Flintstone, fret.
You don't like Fred?
I love Fred. Wilma! I love the way, we were talking before the show when Mrs. Claus and I arrived in the Santamobile, how we hate swearing. But you can't beat Fred Flintstone when he swore. And I can do a Fred Flintstone, like banging his thumb with a hammer. Boom. Rassum, frassum, rassum, frassum, rassum, frassum. Oh, rassum, frassum, rassum, frassum. And then whenever he ran, it sounded like it was bongos. You gotta love Fred Flintstone. Yabba dabba doo. You know, I do a good Yoda, too. Friend you are. Christmas you have. I have people call Santa Claus's answering machine just to hear Yoda go, dial your number you have been received. Leave message you will leave. Okay, here we go. Get the 384, baby girl. There we go. She's such a help. Look at her. You're such an inspiration. Let's have a kiss. Thank you. Thanks, Mrs. Claus. At these events, she doesn't hand out candy canes or toys. These events, she just sits there looking supportive and wonderful. My dream date girl. Here we go. Ready? This was actually written for Thanksgiving, by the way, but Santa stole it and uses it at Christmas. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifted bank, and then we got upsot. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, go it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail bay, 240 as his speed. Hitch him to an open sleigh and crack, you'll take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells. Yeah. I think that's it.
Hey, you guys want an encore? Your kids? Hey, the kids want an encore.
Sure. Yeah. We're finding just the right one. And then we'll have to leave because we got another place to go tonight before we can go back up to the North Pole.
I'm a cotton-headed ninny muggins.
I am. Thank you for all coming out and being with us.
Cotton-headed ninny muggins.
Yes, we are. And we're going to have more fun than we're able to have as adults today. So Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know, everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, in case you didn't hear. Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Thank you, Lake Odessa. Yeah. Give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand.
Hey, give Santa and Mrs. Claus another round of applause. That was really great.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Next week, don't forget the Janatus family is going to be here at 3. We're going to get the jam going here about 4:30, and you'll be home a few hours. So give Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus another round of applause.
Thank you.
Hey, if you, Bob.
Well, somebody's got to talk.
I hope I don't have to sleep out in the
You
barn all
might.
week. Yeah. Hey, if you like this, tell people. If you don't like it,
Don't tell anybody.
yeah. I made the announcement earlier, but we can do it again.
Do it again.
New Year's Day is our 10th annual New Year's Day Neighborhood Eat and Jam. That's New Year's Day, not New Year's Eve. And we eat at 1 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock, we'll get the music going, and we should be over by, everybody should be exhausted by 5. So I hope you come to that one. That's always been a nice, fun time.